Welcome to the very first ever Carter's Gardens Club, episode 1. This is your show where I answer your questions, feature your gardens, and we learn together. Let's get after it. Our first question comes from Hannah a Trinity. I apologize if I butchered that. Let me know in the comments if I did or didn't. And she asked about seed preservation, specifically potatoes, which we just harvested today, which is awesome and conveniently timed. If you have any questions about seed preservation, go ahead and let us know in the comments below and we'll get you in the next week's video. Here's what I've learned about preserving potatoes, especially seed potatoes or potatoes in general for long-term storage until next season. Cool, dry place is king. As long as you have them in a cool, dry place, you're going to have a lot of luck with trying to store potatoes. It also starts with curing. When I do my curing, I go ahead and dig my potatoes up first thing in the morning. Whatever we're doing, if I'm digging potatoes, it's the first thing I do. We go ahead and throw them out in the sun, and we just let them hang out till all that dirt dries off. Second part of it, do not wipe off any of the dirt. Do not try to wipe off the mud, nothing like that. Just once it gets dry and that shell starts to harden, I said shell. Once the peel starts to harden, which you can see this one here, it's not completely hardened yet, where it's starting to peel off and whatnot, that'll stop. Once that starts to really get a good hard shell to it, then you can wipe the dirt off for your storage. We actually just leave it on there. This has got a pretty good chunk right there. So I'll wipe that off. Other than that, we just leave it hang. And then we're going to take these and put them in a tote that's got holes in the top of the lid. And then I put a little bit of straw in there to help draw moisture away from the potatoes. And we just stick it in the crawl space or the back of the cabinet, whatever. Or you could even go so far as to make your own fruit cellar. That's essentially how we do long-term storage for potatoes. And then the other question, we had a conversation in the comments about it, is can she grow potatoes in zone 6B right now? I've planted potatoes in the winter to let them come up during the spring. I have a video on it where its production wasn't great, but it wasn't terrible either. Otherwise, the potatoes would have been wasted, or we would have had to go ahead and use them first, which that's the other thing when it comes to storing potatoes. If you see sprouts and stuff, use those first because these potatoes that are chitting will be the first ones to rot. So long-term storage is not a good option for them. But you can grow them in zone 6B over the winter as long as you mulch them. The ones we left in the open did toast. Let me show you what's going on in the garden real quick. So the blackberries are still thriving, which is awesome. I'm trying to propagate them, still learning how. Well, if you've got any idea or a good tip to get these blackberries to propagate, go ahead and let me know in the comments below because I've been struggling with it. I've got a bunch of dead cups there at the house. Her strawberries are doing pretty fantastic, which is great as well. Down yonder is the real problem. So our garden has really took a turn since the frost hit. Everything else is pretty well dead. We've got some brassicas still going, but mostly we just dug the potatoes. The sweet potatoes came out. Got a few brassicas standing, and that's about it. Next week on Garden Club, we're going to go ahead and tackle your toughest questions. Go ahead and drop them in the comments below or over on the community tab, and we will see you next Monday.